Hey guys, welcome to another reading vlog. Today is Tuesday, December 18th, and it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we just went to a sonogram for our baby. My little girl got to come with us, and so she got to see her new baby, and it was really fun. And then we just had the normal doctor's appointment after, so that was a really good time. And now we are up at my family's office. I still do some part-time work for them, and so we're coming up to do some work, and we get to see my mom and sister who also work up there, so that's really fun. I've got my daughter with me, and it's just a really good situation. I finished Bitter River yesterday, I believe, and I'll do a full wrap up or review video of the last couple books I've read, but I thought it was okay. I gave it 3 stars. It ended up being 2 separate crimes going on that I thought would really connect in a cool way, and they didn't, and that was fine. They were still good. I also thought it was kind of one of those books where the whodunit came out of nowhere, but like I said, I'm really bad at guessing who done it, so there could have been like Easter eggs in there that I just missed, and that's probably the case, but I just think that it kind of came out of nowhere, and it was just okay. I thought, like I said, it was 3.5 stars maybe. And so I've got like 30 pages left in A Wedding in December, and I'm still loving it. I think it'll probably be a 4-star read just because it is very predictable, but that's what you expect when you go into a holiday romance. So it's very good. I really like it. I will for sure finish it today. For some reason, this book is taking me forever to read, and it's not because I don't like it, and there's nothing wrong with it. If I just had the focused time, I think starting YouTube and then having just a bunch of stuff going on has made me really like distractible and hard to just sit down and physically read, but that will get done today. And then I have started Her Pretty Face. I can't remember who it's by, but it is the book club book for Thriller Talks After Dark. That is run by Shelby from Shelby Taggart Reads, Kendra from Kendra Loves Books, and Jackie from Weeby Bookin'. And that, I think the live show is the 29th possibly, and so I'm reading that now, so I'm ready to go for the live show, and I'm so excited. I am loving it so far. I'm not very far in. I've got it both physically and on audio, so I'm trying to do both. Once I finish A Wedding in December, I'll probably do more physical reading, but we'll see. So that's all I have to update for now, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey BookTube, it is Thursday, December 19th, and I am just checking in. It's about 11:45 in the morning, and I'm coming to you at my car again. It seems to be, we're just always on the go during the week, so this is the best place to film, I guess. But I didn't check in much yesterday just because it was kind of a busy day. We went and did the sonogram and all that in the morning, and then ran some errands, and then, like I said, I work part-time for my family company, so we went up there and worked on some stuff, and then we went to lunch with my husband, and then the afternoon just kind of turned into getting a ton of stuff done, and it just got away from me, so I didn't update. But I have finished 2 books since then. I have finished Christmas Sisters by Sarah Morgan, and I've talked about that a lot in these vlogs because I've been reading it for like a week, and I don't have it on me because I already gave it back to my sister because I had it for so long, but I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. It was really cute. It was very predictable, but that's what you expect, and I would highly recommend it. I do like her last year's Christmas book better. I'm blanking on what that's called, but no, it was called The Christmas Sisters. What I read was A Wedding in December. There we go. I do like Christmas Sisters better, but A Wedding in December was very good, and it was still 4-star. So that's done, and then I started Her Pretty Face yesterday, I think, and I've already finished it. It is the book for this month's Thriller Talks After Dark with Shelby Taggart Reads, Kendra Loves Books, and Weeby Bookin'. I really liked it. It's definitely just domestic suspense. It is not mystery or thriller, in my opinion. There was not anything super thrilling, and there really wasn't a whole lot of mystery except just figuring out who people are and what their pasts are. I went into the book completely blind, so I don't want to say a whole lot about it, except it's about 2 women who become friends in a private school because their kids are friends. or kind of become friends, and both have pasts that involve murder or death or something in that regard, and you don't really figure out how everybody's involved in what until the end. And it was really good. I really liked it. I obviously read it pretty quickly, and I gave it about 4 stars, maybe 4.5. I haven't done my Goodreads review yet, but I thought it was really entertaining and good, and I can't wait to talk more about that in the live show on the 29th. So now I am reading a book with my sister. Actually, she had an extra copy, so she gave it to me and said, here you go, do you want to buddy read it? So we started it last night. It is called, I'm blanking on what it's called, but I will update later tonight. It's another holiday romance about this woman who is a hotel reviewer. She travels the world and reviews hotels and takes pictures and that kind of stuff. And so far it's really good. We're trying to read about 50 pages a day and making it last through Christmas Eve, just because we have a family Christmas this weekend and just a lot going on. So we're trying to keep it pretty manageable, stretched out to 6 days or whatever that is. And I've already read my section for today, and I am really enjoying it. It is a second chance romance, and I love that. So if you don't like second chance romances, it may not be for you, but I really enjoy that. I also hate the miscommunication trope in romance books. And this one, their relationship ended the first time because of a miscommunication. But then as soon as they get back together, or not back together like romantically, but as soon as they meet again, that communication issue is cleared up. And I am so thankful, because if it would have just been, I'm not going to tell you why we broke up, blah, 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 I would have probably stopped the book. So I really am enjoying how upfront everybody is now that they're adults and life has gone on. I'm really liking the book. That is all I have to update for now. I am going to start something else because, like I said, I've already read my section for today in that book, and it's only 11:45. So I think I might start 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. And I know that has got such bad reviews, and I did like The Hating Game quite a bit. So, but my expectations are really low. And I also have it on audio as well as physically. So if it starts dragging, I can just pick it up on audio and hopefully get through it quickly. I like poor books that are negatively hyped. I still am so interested to read, and especially ones like this that are like rom-com kind of chick lit things. Those are normally pretty easy and quick to get through, and even at their worst, they're not, they're readable. And so I am interested just to hear why people don't like it, and just to form my own opinion, because maybe I'll be the one that does. I don't know. I seem like I have opposite opinions quite a bit. So I think I might give that a try and just call this one I'm reading with my sister my last holiday read. I've read a handful of them and I really like them, but after a while they get a little monotonous. So I think I'm okay with letting that be my last holiday read. And then that's what I'm going to, I guess 99% Mine. And then we'll go from there. I am not a TBR maker, because then I feel like stressed and like I have to, and it becomes a job and not something I enjoy. So I don't have a plan really. I am going to read What We Saw. I don't know who the author of that is either. Filming in My Car has some definite negatives, but I'll update on that too, either later today or else when I start reading it. But I am reading that here next week with Karen from Rather Be Reading, and I'm excited about that. It's a YA, I think, about maybe a rape or something that happened at a party, or pictures that got on the internet. I don't know. It's something to do with that. And I think there's a lot of discussion of rape culture and who you believe, and kind of, I don't know if the rape actually happened or if it's a girl saying it did and it didn't. I don't know, but I'm interested. I'm excited to read that, and I'm just excited to keep going with taking down my TBR. That is my goal. I am going to do the Kindle Unlimited readathon later in the month, but other than that, I am doing just my TBR, my physical TBR. I'm going to try to take it down. Anything I can get on audio or ebook to kind of help with that and help speed it along, I will. But we are moving. We closed January 2nd and we're moving. And so the more books I can get read and either put on my read shelf or gotten rid of, whatever I choose to do with it, the more I can go through, the better. And I think my physical TBR right now is like 350 books. So I know I'm not going to make a huge dent in it, but every little bit counts. So that's my plan. And I will check in later. Bye.
Hey guys, I'm just coming in for a quick update. My daughter is still asleep, so I'm trying to be a little quiet. It's about 8 o'clock on Friday, December 20th, and today is kind of up in the air because we have a big Christmas tomorrow with all of my in-laws and some of my family, and then it's also my father-in-law's birthday on December 30th, so we're trying to do a ton, and I am making gifts for everybody, which is great because when you have little kids, you can do that, and it's a relatively inexpensive way to get gifts for everybody, but it's also just a lot of work, and everything I did yesterday ended up not working out, and so today we have to do that. And then I'm hosting this big shenanigans, so I've got to make birthday cake, cupcakes, do all the grocery shopping. We are catering in the entrees, so it's not a whole lot of cooking other than like birthday cake and that kind of stuff, so that's easy. But we're supposed to go to open gym this morning with some of our friends. It's the local gymnastics place has like a couple hours 2 times a week or something that the little kids can go play with all the stuff. They've got like mini trampolines and that kind of stuff. And so we're supposed to go to that with some friends this morning, but I'm just kind of freaking out and stressing about how much there needs to be done. And I hate days like today because it's like I feel like I have to be not fun mom because we just have so much we need to do. And we've got to go get balloons and, just everything that needs to be done. So Christmas is great, and I'm really trying to remember the joy of the season and not get bogged down in the stress. But that's what we're doing today. I just thought I'd do a quick check-in because yesterday I was in the car and didn't have any of my books with me, and I didn't even know the names of a lot of them. So the book I was talking about that I read for the Thriller Talks After Dark was Her Pretty Face by Robin Harding. I couldn't remember the author off the top of my head, so that's that book. And then the book I'm buddy reading with my sister is Christmas Under a Cranberry Sky by Holly Martin. This cover is just beautiful, and it's textured. And I just love it. And so you can see I've got it all tabbed up. We, like I said, are doing it over 6 days. And so we did the first day yesterday, and my sister had a really busy night, so she didn't quite get there. So today we're going to catch up and talk through the first 2 sections, and it reads really fast. So we're doing about 50 pages a day, which normally I read about a page a minute, so it would take me 45 or 50 minutes, but this reads pretty quick, so I don't think it even took me that long. So I'm reading this and really enjoying it. I also did start 99% Mine on audio by Sally Thorne, and so far it's fine. I can totally see what people are saying about Daisy, I think Darcy, whatever her first name is, being unlikable. She's really tough and gruff, and in a way that I don't know if it's going to be good or if it's just going to be kind of hard to relate to and flat. I don't know. She's very stereotypically hard and gruff, but so far I don't think it's bad. I'm still intrigued, ready to listen to some more. So I think I'm going to try to put an earphone in while I do all of my cooking and stuff today, and hope my daughter will play with all of her toys. We have Alexa all over the house. Hope I didn't disengage her, but so I turn on Christmas music and we have dance parties and try to take little breaks and do fun stuff in the middle. So hopefully that works out for me today and we can just get a lot done. And then this afternoon we will continue our crafting projects and just try to get through this holiday season. Yay! After tomorrow though, we will just be casual, and I'm so excited because this Christmas it's just going to be the 3 of us at our house, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. My parents might stop by, my sister and her family might stop by, or else I might go over there because they live like a mile and a half from here, so it's not a big deal to go over there, them come over here, whatever. So it's just going to be really relaxed. After tomorrow, it's very calm, I think, tomorrow we're going to try to go see Santa again, because I don't think I ever updated on here. Again, Santa did not go well this year, and the Santa was like not even going to try to hold her. And like last year, it was the same Santa, same place. We just handed her to him, took a quick picture, took her back. She was fine. This year, we were walking up to him, and she was like, Santa? No, no, no. And just held on really tight to me. And he was like, yeah, Mom, you just sit in the chair and I'll stand by you. And so it's a picture of me, her, and Santa, which is not what I want or wanted. And not that I want to like scar my child, but, and I don't think she would, because then as soon as we left, she was saying, Santa, Santa, and like that she wanted to go back and see him. She just takes a minute to warm up. And I think if she would have done it, she would have just been like fine afterwards and still as excited. But so the one we're going to tomorrow is really fun. It's our local grocery store, Hy-Vee. I think they have that definitely in the Midwest, maybe in the South. I don't know. Hy-Vee. They are having live reindeer and Santa and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So we will go to that after the Christmas. So tomorrow's going to be jam-packed, and that's great. I like to have weekends with as little on the agenda as possible, but that is just 'tis the season. The following weekend is the Kindle Unlimited Readathon, so I'm going to do a TBR for that soon. And that weekend, I'm making sure we have nothing on the plans, so I can just sit and read and get stuff done and really be a part of that, because I have 6 books that are on my TBR, and there's no way I'll get through that, but we'll talk about that in the TBR. But I have big plans. So that's all I have to say for now. I will check in later. I'll read my section of this today, and then as much as I can in 99% Mine. And if I have anything to update, I will. I think I'm going to do this vlog through the weekend. My plan is to try to go Monday to Monday. So with every vlog, and this one, I did the Monday help video. Tuesday, we had an in-law pop-in visit. They live like 2 hours from here, and just randomly said, we're going to fly up and see you guys. So that happened, and then that just kind of threw our day, so I didn't record it all that day. And then I've been doing these long ranty things about once a day. So I think I'll continue it through the weekend and then try to start fresh next week. Okay, that's enough for this clip. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so I lied. I'm back already. But that's because I went to iMovie to try to upload the clip I just did from what I've been doing is filming in Photo Booth if I can be on my computer. I film in Photo Booth, save it, and put it in iMovie. And I just discovered this FaceTime HD camera that's right in iMovie. Mind blown. Awesome. This will be so much easier, and yay for easy technology. Okay, that's it. Bye. Hey guys, so this lighting is atrocious, as is my makeup and everything, but I just realized I'm a terrible vlogger and have not checked in a while. So today is Saturday, December 21st, and today has been just super crazy. We had our big family Christmas, so this morning was like just a rushed preparation to get there, and then it was all started at 10, and then it was all day. So we didn't get any reading done today. I did get my section done in Christmas at Cranberry, whatever the book is that I was talking about in the last clip. I got my section done, and it's so Christmassy. If you haven't read it yet, go do it now. It's a quick read, so I know it's just a couple days until Christmas, but it is really good, and it's very quick. So reading it as a 6-day buddy read is kind of hard, but luckily today we didn't have a lot of time. I listened to a little bit of 99% Mine. I expected to finish it today, but I just don't think it's going to happen because now it is late and I am exhausted. And I'm going to put my daughter down and go to bed. So that is all that's going on. Tomorrow I should finish, for sure, 99% Mine, and maybe the other book. I'm not sure. We're not supposed to finish it till Tuesday, but I might just speed ahead. I am having a hard time waiting. So I'm also going to start my buddy read with Karen from Rather Be Reading, and we are reading What We Saw by Erin Hetzler. I'll put a picture up right here so you can see it. But that one I think we're just going to do is a 3-day buddy read. She's in Australia though, so the time difference is trying to figure out like when we're going to talk about the book is kind of hard because she, I think, is 14 and a half or 14 and 3/4 hour different from me. So like right now it's night for me, and then it's like mid-morning for her. So yeah, so talking about Sunday sections don't really make sense because it's already Sunday for her. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and I'm gonna go to bed, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey guys, another quick car check-in. Today is this kind of day, hat and sunglasses, and if you're going out in public, better cover up. So today I am so close to finishing 99% Mine by Sally Thorne, and I haven't really said anything about it. I can see why a lot of people don't like it, especially when compared to The Hating Game. It's definitely not the same quality, but I like it. I really like second chance romances, and this is kind of that, kind of friends to lovers. It's about a kid. They were friends when they were kids, and now they're adults, and I think I like it. There's a lot of like silly angst and problems, and a lot of really childish behavior from these adults. So I can totally see why people don't like it. Right now, for me, it's sitting at about a 3.5 stars. It's good. I wouldn't say run and pick it up, but I am not having a hard time reading it. So overall, enjoyable. I have like less than an hour left on audio, and I'm listening at like 2.5 times speed, and so I will get that done in no time. And I can't really see my thoughts changing that much. It's a romantic book, so I know what's going to happen in the end. I can't see anything crazy changing my rating too much. So that's that. I am still reading the book with my sister, and I'll put a picture of it here because I can never remember the name of it, and of course I don't have it with me, so I will put a picture. It's really cute. Her and I are talking, and it's interesting because we normally are very much on the same page about who we like and kind of what kinds of books we like, and I think we're both really enjoying this one. But there's two female leads, or one female lead and one female side character, and I like one and really don't like the other one very much, or at least her storyline. Her character is fine, but her storyline's meh, and my sister feels the opposite. So I think that's interesting. There's just one character to me that's annoying, and to her it's the other one. So that's just interesting. There is some secrets still being held, and so I'm imagining that's all gonna blow up, and that's gonna be the conflict, and then it's gonna be happily ever after. Just very formulaic, like most of these types of books go. So that's that. We are scheduled to finish it Tuesday, but I might see if she wants to just push ahead and finish it tomorrow. We'll see what she thinks, because today I know she did some catching up, so I don't know. Now we're over 2/3 of the way through, I think, so it'd be pretty easy just to finish it off tomorrow. So the other thing I'm reading is What We Saw by Erin Hartzler, and this is the one I was talking about that I'm doing a buddy read with Karen from Rather Be Reading. It is a YA book about a party that happened, and this girl wakes up the next day and she does not know what happened at the party. She can't remember very many details, if any. I don't know if she was involved in something that went down. I have heard that this is a rape story, but I'm about 65 pages in and nothing has happened yet. It is very easy to read. The font, it's almost double spaced. So I just picked a random page, and the chapters are short. It's a little over 300 pages, and I think there's like 45 chapters or something. So Karen and I are reading this in 3 days, and that's no problem at all. I've barely had any time to read, and I'm on 65 pages in. So this one is really good, really quick. I saw on Goodreads that it has pretty high ratings, and so far I agree. It's very YA. It's set in a high school, and it's very teen based, but it flows so fast. It's what Sarah from Steeped in Books calls a potato chip novel. Like, you just can't go, you just keep going back for one more chapter, because the longest ones are like 6 or 7 pages, and so it's really easy to say, I'm just gonna read one more, and you want to know. There's a lot of mystery as to what happened that night, and if our main character is involved or who all's involved. So I'm really intrigued to keep reading. Karen and I are reading a little over 100 pages a day, so I've got a little more left to read in that, and that's about it for today. So I will come on probably one more time today and check in once I finish 99% Mine, and if I get any more thoughts on this book, I'll check in and finish up this vlog, and then hopefully upload it tomorrow morning. So we'll talk to you later. So I'm going to come on and just finish this vlog real quick. I just finished 99% Mine by Sally Thorne, and yuck, I thought with like half an hour left in it in audio that it wouldn't be able to ruin it for me, and it did. It was like, okay, so the whole time Darcy gets off on how hot she and her brother are, her twin brother, and like it just at the end got so weird, and like the little epilogue thing was weird, and I just like, ugh, it just went too far and was not good, and like definitely knocked it down to a 3-star at best. Like I thought it was really a crummy ending and just very like self-promoting and like, whoa, me and Tom are so hot, and me and my brother are so hot, and my brother and this girl that he's with are so hot, and it was just weird. And so that was okay. I would not really recommend it. I'm probably not going to keep it on my shelves because it was just weird. There's a lot better chick lit novels, so sorry. I finished my section in What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler, and that is still really good. I was not a huge fan of Beartown, and this is, to me, a better version of Beartown. It's a similar situation in which a bunch of boys from the high school basketball team are accused of rape, and we don't know specifically what happened that night because we are following a third party. Her name is Kate, and she was there at the party, but she was taken home by a friend early in the night because she had had enough to drink and it was time for her to go home. So she wasn't really there, and what she was there for, she doesn't really remember. So we're piecing it together with her and everybody else and trying to figure out what happened. But the whole town and like the community, for sure the high school community and their parents and stuff are all rallying around the boys. And even the news report said something like the girl clearly wanted to be there because she wouldn't leave with her friends, and she was dressed promiscuously. And I'm really, really, really hoping that the author turns it around because there's a lot of slut shaming and a lot of like, so because of those things, she deserved rape. And I really hope the author makes it clear that is not what she's trying to say and that rape is not okay. I am guessing based on the high ratings that this does get resolved, but as of now, pretty much everybody is on the boys' side. There's very little backup for this girl. So that's going on. There's also a little side romance going on with Kate and her longtime friend, and that's really cute. And really, I'm just really, really intrigued to find out what happens next and who stands up for this girl, if anybody, and what happens. I sat down to read while my daughter napped today, and the past 2 days she has not napped at all, and it's been terrible. It's just been because we live relatively close to train tracks, and she's terrified of trains, so if the train comes, it wakes her up. And then yesterday, after the Christmas thing, my husband's grandparents came by, and they went to look at our new house, and his grandpa honked in the driveway when he got here. And our kid is just like one of those kids who has such bad FOMO that if she hears anything, it's over. So that was the end of that nap. And so today we were like, okay, she has got to nap, and she's sick. Yesterday, I don't know, my mom was sick, and as other people were kind of coughy and sneezy, just 'tis the season. And so today she's got a fever and is coughing and sneezing, and so she's sick, and we were really hoping that she would take a good nap. So I sat down to edit this since Tuesday to now, the vlog, and I have a problem with saying the word You'll see there's a bunch in here still, but I edited out a lot, and it just was a time suck. So I also tried to put pictures in because that is one of the things I love when booktubers put up pictures of the books they're talking about, so I know what they're talking about the whole time they're talking about it. So I went ahead and did that. So hopefully that's helpful. let me know if it is. If it's not, then I won't do it. But so for being an unedited channel, I spent quite a bit of time trying to edit because the ums were annoying even me. After the Christmas thing and after the failed nap, we went to Hy-Vee and saw Santa, and we got there about 4 o'clock, and it was from 2 to 6. And so we pulled up, and there was lines around the building on both sides. And so we just picked a line, and I was in flip-flops and no coat. My daughter had no coat. My husband had no coat because we thought we were just going to the grocery store and we would just go in and wait in a little line and then get our pictures taken and go, and that was not the case. But luckily yesterday was pretty nice, so it was like 55 degrees, so we were okay. The sun was still out, so we were pretty warm. And then we went in line and waited about an hour and 20 minutes to get a picture with Santa. And the other side of the store, that line was to see the reindeer. So we ended up not doing that because it was like basically you walk by, pet them, and keep going. And we weren't going to wait another hour for that. So we went and saw Santa. And this year she like is strong enough that it's hard to like get her off of you if she doesn't want to. So we got kind of a Santa picture, but the Santa there was awesome. And he gave her a candy cane and stuff. So she was happy. And then afterwards, she called my parents and told them a whole story about how she sat on Santa's leg, and it was so fun. And she said hi and bye, Santa, and Santa said ho, 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 and told them this whole story about how great it was. So I don't think I've traumatized her, but we also didn't get a successful Santa meeting this year. So maybe next year, or maybe she just won't be a Santa kid. We'll see. I think that's about all for this week. In just a little wrap up, I think I read 4 books this week. I finished Bitter River by Julia Keller, A Wedding in December by Sarah Morgan, Her Pretty Face by Robin Harding, 99% Mine by Sally Thorne, and then I'm still in the middle of Christmas Under a Cranberry Sky by Holly Martin and What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler. Overall, it was a pretty good reading week, and I think I'll probably finish Christmas Under a Cranberry Sky tomorrow, and then What We Saw on Tuesday. And then, like I said, because I'm not a TBR person, I don't really know where I'll go next. I just will have Tuesday. Whenever I finish, I'll have the rest of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday starts the Kindle Unlimited Readathon. And so stay tuned for my TBR on that because I've got lots of books and we'll see how that goes. But so I'll just do a little filler in between, maybe even just catch up on BookTube and kind of take a reading rest. We'll see. So that's all. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed tuned for this whole long, ranty, messy, filled vlog, thank you. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.